Thank you, Shaman. Good morning, everybody. First of all, let me thank you for coming here today. My name is Jirisuda and she is Pimchanok. We are students in plant production section, Faculty of Agricultural Technology, Kimongkut Institute, Technology of Ladakh. Today, I would like to present our study. The title is the Botanical Insecticide from Oval Essential Oils against Housefly, Musca domestica. And if you have a question, there will be time for a question after my presentation. Next, Ms. Pimchanok is going to introduce about housefly. Please.
Thank you. Housefly is an insect in order Diptera, family Muscidae. It has scientific name Musca domestica. It is gray insect. Length around 6 to 9 mm with products stiff on the thorax dorsum. Housefly life cycle is complete metamorphosis. They have life cycle around 14 to 30 days. Housefly are important insect vectors because they can be more pathogenic to humans and livestock. That is cause of food poisoning, diarrhea, shigellosis, typhoid fever, dysentery, tuberculosis, anthrax. Moreover, they can be parasitic worm, and sometimes they can be massive to cattle and human. Please take a look at this picture. It shows how fly worm occur in mouth of Indian girl. Housefly is not only medicine, but they are also nuisance pests. Moreover, they are not good for tourism because housefly is the one of indicator that show the quality of sanitation. For housefly control, normally we use the chemical insecticide to control houseflies. However, chemical insecticide has given to many problems, such as housefly resistance, toxic side effect to human, and non-target organism, long life residual in environment. Plant products are another alternative that's become more interesting because botanical have been far affected to insects. So, we are interested to study on the efficacy of essential oil from Cinnamomum vera or cinnamon, Melistica fragrans or nutmeg, and Syzygium aromaticum or clove as an insecticide against the houseflies. Next, Ms. Jirisuda is going to present method, result, and discussion, please.
Thank you, Ms. Pimchanok. For the housefly lily, housefly were reared in laboratory at room temperature. We gave 10% syrup with soap in the cotton wool, 30 grams of powdered milk, and 30 grams of biscuit dog food for feeding. And then we gave mackerel fish for housefly feeding and lay their egg. After egg developed to adult, 4 days old adult were used for this study. The essential oils were extracted by water distillation and prepared as 1%, 5%, and 10% solution in ethyl alcohol. Cypromethin. Cypromethin is a normal chemical insecticide. It's used in Thailand. And in this study, we use it as positive control. The method for this study is a contract method. By using WHO standard susceptibility test kit. The test kit consists of green spot teal, red spot teal, and movable slide. For the method, first we release 10 housefly into the green spot teal that lie with the green filter paper, and then we close it. The house fly were less allowed 30 minutes before testing. Next, the same size filter paper was impregnated with 2 milliliters of each essential oils. After 20 minutes, the dry filter paper was inserted into the lead spot tube like this. Next, the lead spot tube were screwed onto the opposite side of the movable slide like this. And then the slide was opened and house fly were released from green spot tube into the lead spot tube. The house fly were exposed to the treated paper for 1 hour. The knockdown rate were recorded at 5, 10, 30, and 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, house fly were released back into the green spot tube and providing with 10% syrup. Mortality were observed at 24 hours. The positive control were impregnated with cypermethrin and negative control were impregnated with ethyl alcohol. The data were analyzed by public analysis to obtain the KT50 and LC50. The susceptibility results were determined by using the WHO criteria. If the mortality rate between 98 to 100%, that means susceptibility or high efficiency to control house fly. If a mortality rate between 80 to 97%, that means possible resistance or moderate efficiency. And if the mortality rate less than 80%, that means resistant or low efficiency. For the result, the table 1 shows KT50 value and percent knockdown of the 1% concentration. At the 60 minutes, we found that cove oil had a high knockdown rate at 90%, and KT50 was 16 minutes. While cypermethrin showed KT50 was 21 minutes. Next, the table 2 shows the result of the 5% concentration. At the 16 minutes, we found that cinnamon, nutmeg, and cove oil has shown the knockdown rate at 96%, and KT50 were between 12 or to 18 minutes. While the cypermethrin show the percent knockdown at 94%, and KT50 was 15 minutes. Next, the table 3 shows the result of 10% concentration. We found that cove oil had 100% knockdown at 15 minutes, and KT50 was 3 minutes, while cypermethrin showed 100% knockdown at 30 minutes, and KT50 was 7 minutes. Next, I would like to show the mortality rate, susceptibility, and LC50 value. At the 10% concentration, we found that cove oil gave 100% mortality, and LC50 was around 1%, while the cypermethrin showed only 60% mortality, and LC50 was 8%. So, the result conclude that 10% of cove oil had a high knockdown rate and susceptibility to housefly more than cypermethrin. Dry flower of cove has long been considered to use in folk medicine as sore throat, toothache, respiratory disorder, digestive system ailment, gastritis, camination, and diarrhea. Moreover, cove oil has been found inhibit against foodborne pathogens such as Staphylococcus aureus, E. coli, Bacillus subtilis, and Shigella species. Well, this brings me to the end of my presentation. Conclusion of this study, we found that cove oil is not only toxic to adult housefly, but it also many useful to human. So cooking oil was interested. It is the alternative